You are waiting for applause, for approval, or even for a gentle nudge of encouragement from those around you. Let me make this clear. You will wait forever. The cold truth is that the world is not designed to cheer for the underdog until he wins. In fact, most of those who surround you, family, friends, colleagues, even your own inner circle, will look at your ambition with skepticism, if not outright disbelief. They will measure you by your present circumstances, not by your future potential. They will mistake your hunger for arrogance, your drive for delusion, and your vision for madness. This is not a tragedy. This is your advantage, if you are strong enough to seize it. The first step to rising alone is to kill the need for outside permission. Stop asking for opinions from those who have never built anything worth admiring. Realize that belief in yourself is not something you inherit or borrow. It is something you create daily with disciplined thought and deliberate action. You are the author of your own self-worth, and no outside force can write that story for you. If you want to rise, you must be prepared to do it with nobody watching, nobody clapping, and nobody understanding the depth of your hunger. It is not their fault they cannot see your vision. Most people are blind to greatness until it stands right in front of them, undeniable and complete. Isolation is not a curse. It is a crucible. In those moments when you are alone with nothing but your desire, your doubts, and your determination, you are being shaped into the kind of person who can carry the weight of success. The world does not hand out crowns to men who collapse at the first sign of loneliness. Only those who endure the solitude, who walk through the valley of disbelief, and who keep marching long after everyone else has turned back, ever get to taste the fullness of victory. You must become comfortable in your own company. You must learn to generate your own momentum, fuel your own hope, and silence your own fears. Nobody will do this work for you. Begin by confronting the brutal reality. Nobody cares about your excuses. The universe is unmoved by your stories of why it cannot be done, and the masses are too busy tending to their own comfort to carry your burdens. If you fail, you will do so alone. If you succeed, you will have to earn every inch of your ascent. Do not expect sympathy, shortcuts, or secrets. There are none. There is only the grind, the discipline, the vision that you alone must hold on to with iron resolve. In the darkness where others quit, you must learn to light your own fire. If you wish to rise alone, you must cultivate a mind that does not bend in the winds of criticism or wither under the heat of indifference. You must become immune to the cheap opinions of people who've never risked anything for themselves. Their doubts are not prophecies. Their laughter is not a curse. Their disbelief is not your reality unless you adopt it as your own. Every time someone tells you it cannot be done, it is a test. Do you believe them, or do you believe yourself? The answer to that question will decide your destiny. Stop trying to convert the doubters. It is not your job to educate the masses or to convince small minds to support a grand vision. If you have a goal that truly matters, you will not have time to debate it with every naysayer and cynic. Protect your energy. Pour your effort into progress, not persuasion. The best argument you will ever make is undeniable results. Build in silence and let your work speak so loudly that nobody can ignore you when you emerge. Learn to love the struggle. The path of the lone achiever is brutal, but it is also blessed. It is blessed because every step you take is yours. Every lesson you learn is earned. Every victory you achieve is real. There is no one to blame and no one to thank except yourself. This is the purest form of growth, the crucible of greatness. Most will never understand it because most will never endure it. Their comfort is their prison. Your discomfort is your liberation. Ruthlessly eliminate all distractions. If you want to rise when nobody believes in you, you cannot afford the luxury of scattered focus. Cut the noise. Sacrifice trivial pleasures. Direct all of your energy to the task at hand. Every hour wasted on drama, gossip, or fleeting entertainment is an hour stolen from your own destiny. Be relentless with your priorities. Let others call it obsession. You will call it progress. Strengthen your inner resolve daily. Discipline is your ally. Routine is your armor. And your vision is your only compass. You will wake up some days feeling empty, unsure, and invisible. You will question yourself, doubt your choices, and feel the sharp edge of loneliness. This is where most men quit. But if you push through these moments, if you press on when your own mind tries to betray you, you will awaken a strength that cannot be taken from you. The more you endure, the more you grow. The more you persist, the more certain your success becomes. There is a secret to rising alone that the world will never teach you. The more you learn to depend on yourself, the more the world begins to depend on you. The men who rise alone are the men who become indispensable. People want to follow the leader who is unshakable in solitude, unbreakable in adversity, and unstoppable in pursuit. The respect you crave will not be given to you at the beginning. It will be awarded in arrears after the world has seen you triumph against all odds. Every great man has walked this road. They all started in obscurity. They all heard the same words. You are dreaming too big. Who do you think you are? It can't be done. And yet they pressed on, not because someone told them it was possible, but because they refused to let small minds set the limits for their life. You must do the same. Honor your calling. Respect your ambition. And remember, the world will always doubt the man who has not yet succeeded. Your job is not to win their approval, but to win, period. Never negotiate with your own weakness. When the world doubts you, your greatest danger is not their disbelief, but your own. Do not let your mind become infected with their limitations. Feed your spirit with purpose, not pity. Surround yourself with reminders of who you must become, not who you used to be. Take the hits, endure the silence, and keep climbing. The view from the top is reserved for those who kept going long after the crowd lost interest. Your journey will test every fiber of your being. You will be underestimated, overlooked, and misunderstood. Let this harden your resolve, not your heart. Become immune to the need for validation. Become allergic to mediocrity. And become obsessed with proving to yourself alone that you were built to rise. When nobody believes you can, that is the universe's invitation to show yourself you already are. The victory is not just in achieving the dream, but in becoming the kind of person who can achieve it alone. You do not need their belief. You need your own. You do not require their faith. You must cultivate an indestructible faith in yourself. If you can rise alone, you will never fear standing alone again. And when you finally stand victorious, remember this: the silence, the solitude, the struggle, it was all worth it. Because in the end, you did not just rise. You ascended on your own terms, with your own strength, and for your own destiny. That is how legends are born. Once you realize that the silence around your ambition is not an indictment of your worth, but a proving ground for it, everything changes. You stop waiting for the nod of approval from voices that only echo the ordinary. You begin to look inward for strength that cannot be shaken by applause or ruined by criticism. It is here, in this silence, that your true character is forged. This silence is not your enemy. It is the furnace in which your unbreakable will is created. It is the soil from which self-reliance grows until it is so powerful, so immovable, that no external doubt can uproot it. There is a discipline to standing alone, and most will never learn it. Most will surrender to the comfort of consensus, choosing the safety of the herd over the glory of independence. They trade their potential for popularity, their mission for the momentary buzz of social validation. They become addicted to likes, to praise, to the intoxicating illusion of belonging, unaware that the only thing they truly belong to is their own unfulfilled destiny. You must never make this trade. You must guard your autonomy like a king protects his crown. If your soul was meant for more, you cannot allow the world's noise to drown out your own voice. Your vision is yours alone because your purpose is unique. This means you will often be misunderstood. You will be called stubborn, arrogant, even reckless by those who cannot see what you see. But remember this: the greatest discoveries, inventions, fortunes, and revolutions were all born in the mind of someone who dared to believe in something nobody else could see. They did not wait for evidence. They created it. They did not wait for validation. They validated themselves through relentless work and unwavering belief. You are being called to do the same. If you want to rise above, you must become immune to misunderstanding. Let the world talk. Let them laugh. Their skepticism is your fuel, their doubt is your motivation, and their silence is your invitation to double down on your purpose. Focus is your greatest weapon. The world is a sea of distractions, each one eager to drag you back to mediocrity. You must be ruthless in your commitment. Do not negotiate with your own mind. When your thoughts begin to wander into self-pity, pull them back with the iron grip of discipline. Every minute spent doubting yourself is a minute stolen from the life you are building. Train your mind to obey your vision. Train it to see only the path ahead, not the critics or the obstacles lurking at the edge of your dream. The more you do this, the stronger your mind becomes. It will soon become a fortress no external force can breach. Your habits will determine your altitude. The world celebrates the end result, the grand unveiling, the trophy, the finished masterpiece. But greatness is always built in the shadows, in the small, daily disciplines no one sees. Do not chase quick results. Do not get seduced by shortcuts. Build a system of relentless daily actions that bring you, inch by inch, closer to your vision. When motivation fades, and it always will, let routine carry you forward. Make progress such a non-negotiable part of your life that you could not stop even if you tried. In a world obsessed with overnight success, become obsessed with daily progress. You must master the art of self-encouragement. Speak to yourself the way you wish others would, and do it with conviction. The words you whisper to your own heart are the seeds from which your future will grow. If you tell yourself you are defeated, you will be. If you tell yourself you are destined, you will act as if you are. Do not let your inner voice become the echo chamber of the world's mediocrity. Program it to repeat over and over that you are capable, resilient, resourceful, and destined for more. Speak faith into your own future until faith becomes your default setting. Guard your mind against the poison of envy and comparison. Nothing will sabotage your ascent faster than looking sideways at those who appear to be ahead. Their journey is not your standard. Their timeline is not your deadline. Measure your growth against the man you were yesterday, not the man you see on the screen. Each person you envy has their own demons, their own secret struggles, and their own private doubts. Your only concern is with your own lane, your own mountain, your own victory. If you find yourself facing setbacks, do not take them as signs to quit. Take them as confirmations that you are on the right road. Failure is not the opposite of progress. It is the evidence of it. Each defeat, each rejection, each disappointment is a stepping stone, not a gravestone. Analyze every setback for its lesson. Extract the wisdom. Apply it. Move forward smarter and harder than before. Most men quit at the first taste of pain, forever haunted by what could have been. You are not most men. Use your pain as a teacher. Make it your ally. Discipline your emotions. When you are rising alone, you cannot afford to be led by anger, frustration, or resentment. These are traps designed to steal your focus and drain your willpower. Instead, cultivate calm. Learn to control your state regardless of circumstance. Emotional control is mental control, and mental control is the foundation of all achievement. When the world tries to provoke you, stay unshaken. When it tries to discourage you, remain undeterred. In your inner world, you are the only ruler. Govern it wisely. Surround yourself with reminders of your mission. Build an environment that supports your progress. Place your goals where you can see them daily. Remove temptations. Replace every negative trigger with a positive prompt. Success is not accidental. It is the result of deliberate design. You are not just shaping your days, you are shaping your destiny. Understand that your journey is not linear. Some days will bring explosive progress. Others will feel like moving through mud. There will be moments of doubt, fatigue, even despair. In these moments, remember why you started. Remember the vision that first lit the fire inside you. Anchor yourself to your purpose so deeply that nothing and no one can pull you away from it. Consistency is the antidote to despair. People may mock your obsession, your standards, your unyielding discipline. Let them. The mockery of small minds is proof you are on the right path. If you are not being doubted, criticized, or misunderstood, you are not aiming high enough. Use their laughter as confirmation that you are building something too large for them to understand. Refuse to shrink. Refuse to bend. Refuse to compromise your calling for the sake of comfort or approval. The road to greatness is a lonely road, but it is also the only road worth traveling. There will be days when the silence feels deafening, when your own voice is the only one you hear. On those days, remind yourself, the men who have changed the world were once dismissed, doubted, and ignored. The world is slow to recognize genius. That is its way. Your job is not to force recognition, but to keep building until your results are undeniable. Celebrate your small wins. Every milestone, every step forward is proof that you are making progress, even when nobody is watching. Stack these victories, one upon another, until the weight of your success becomes too heavy for the world to ignore. You do not need a crowd to keep score. You only need your own honest reflection, your own unwavering standards, and your own relentless drive. Remember, the greatest battles are fought in the mind long before they are ever won in the world. If you can defeat your own self-doubt, you have already defeated half your enemies. The rest is simply execution. Each morning, rise with the decision to persist no matter the obstacles. Each night, rest knowing you have given everything you had that day. This is the rhythm of the relentless. This is the pace of champions. Soon, you will reach a point where solitude no longer feels like punishment. It feels like power. You will crave the silence, knowing that it is in these quiet hours that your greatness is being carved out of stone. You will no longer resent the lack of support. You will thank the universe for the opportunity to become truly self-sufficient. When you emerge stronger, sharper, and more disciplined than ever before, those who doubted you will be forced to acknowledge the reality they once denied. But by then, you will realize their approval is irrelevant. You have become something greater than anyone expected, including yourself. So keep climbing, keep building, keep rising. The world may not believe in you now, but when you finally stand at the summit of your vision, there will be no question who got you there. You and the unbreakable will you forged when nobody else believed you could. When you rise alone, you learn to appreciate the profound difference between movement and progress. Most men keep busy, their days a blur of activity and noise, mistaking chaos for momentum. But you, who must climb with no crowd to cheer you, are forced to discover the truth. Only purposeful, focused action brings results. Every step you take must be intentional. Every hour spent must have a purpose tied to your vision. This is not the path of the scatterbrained or the half-committed. It is the path of those who burned the bridges behind them and made retreat impossible. You do not have the luxury of wasting days. Every sunrise is a call to arms, every nightfall a tally of victories or lessons. The world may not notice your struggle, but the universe keeps perfect count. Embrace the power of self-reliance with both hands. The world has taught you to look outward for answers, for direction, for confirmation that you are on the right track. But the greatest men in history all share this in common. They stopped asking for permission and started giving themselves orders. They learned to trust their own instincts above the opinions of the world. They turned down the volume on every doubter, every naysayer, every well-meaning but misguided friend or relative who tried to impose their fears. This is your responsibility now. If you still wait for someone else to inspire you, you will wait forever. The only fire that will carry you through darkness is the one you ignite inside yourself. Do not mistake stubbornness for principle. The stubborn man resists growth, refusing to adapt in the name of pride. The principled man, on the other hand, adapts his strategy while refusing to compromise his vision. When the world is blind to your ambition, you must become your own strategist. If one path is blocked, find another. If you hit a wall, climb it, break it, or tunnel beneath. Never let one defeat, one denial, or one failed attempt convince you that the game is over. Each obstacle is a test not of your dream, but of your persistence. The universe does not reward the entitled. It rewards those who outlast disappointment. Develop the habit of reflection. You have no one to report to except yourself, so become ruthless in your self-assessment. Each week, review your actions, your habits, your mindset. Where did you waste time? Where did you make excuses? Where did you allow fear to dictate your decisions? The man who is honest with himself, who holds himself to an uncompromising standard, is unstoppable. It is in these quiet moments of truth that you separate yourself from the world's excuses. Take responsibility for your results, good or bad. Never blame circumstances, luck, or others. You are the author of your fate, and every word you write adds up to your legacy. The environment you create is a reflection of your internal commitment. Keep your workspace clean, your calendar sacred, your mind uncluttered. Surround yourself with reminders of your mission, even if you're the only one who believes in it. Cut out the distractions, the temptations, the just this once compromises. Discipline is not built in the moments of motivation, but in the hours of monotony. Anyone can act